Today I'm just going to show you a couple of tips and tricks on how to replace your Macpherson strut. Now, this tip here you can use on most vehicles that has a Macpherson strut set up. So you always want to jack the vehicle up, support the vehicle with a jack stand, remove your wheel and tyre. Once you've got your car supported and jacked up, you're going to come up to your top of your strut and loosen off all your strut top mounting points. This makes it easier when you're about to remove the shock so you can support it. Once you've loosened off your strut top mounts, you want to have a look at your strut and have a look if anything's connected to it. Most Macpherson struts will have a brake line connected. This one here on the XL is connected with a 12mm bolt. Remove that bolt. Once you remove that bolt, you can then loosen your two main bolts to hold your strut to your hub. And move it up out of the way. You see the strut's holding there by itself. Back up to the top. Remove the loose nuts that you've done before. And out it comes. Easy as that. Once you've got the strut out, it is okay to leave your control arm hanging down and out, as long as your brake line's not tight and stressing it in any sort of way. Once you remove your old strut, you just want to check a couple of things, like your strut top bearing. You want to spin that around. If you hear any whining or grinding sort of noise while you're moving that, more than likely the bearing inside of that has failed. You'll need to replace that as well while you're replacing the shocks. Another thing to check to see if the shocks are faulty or if they've got a problem is always just lift up this little boot. And on this one here you can see it's just leaking a slight little bit of oil there, so the shock needs to be replaced. To replace your shock, call your local mechanic or suspension specialist to do the removal of the spring and refitting of the spring for you. So here we've got our new strut all assembled. A couple of things to note, off the old shock we have to reuse the bottom spring support rubbers and also the strut top mounting bracket. Also replace the strut top bearing because the other ones were quite noisy. So it's pretty easy and just a repeat process of the last ones. We're going to get up and mount the top bracket first. You don't have to do these bolts up tight, just nice and loose just to support it. Well, you can work with the rest of it down here. The next step is just basically a repeat of the last one. That little trick with your strut top, with your mounting bolts here on your shocks, always place the bolts forward facing towards the back of the vehicle. And you do that. It's just for one little reason. If the nut does somehow seem to come loose, it's got less chance of falling out forwards while driving. So just a little trip there to help you out, just in case there's something that does go wrong. When tightening up your struts, when you use on this XL they have 17mm head on the bolt side and 17mm on the nut. Always use a rattle gun onto the highest setting until it's nice and tight.
How'd you find that?
When you finish tightening with the rattle gun, always grab a 1/2 inch bar or socket and just double check that they're nice and tight. Right. Just go through and repeat it all, and make sure you got your brake hose bracket bolted back up. You don't want to pinch your brake. So So once you've tightened the strut mount bolts down underneath the car, and you want to place your wheel back on, lower your vehicle. This helps the strut top mount bolts sit all the way up, nice and hard. Do them up with your fingers, nice and easy. And then with a ratchet and a socket only, do not use a rattle gun to do these bolts up, because they are only a 10mm bolt and will snap very easily. Do them up nice and firm. Like so. That's it, you've replaced your shocks. Another tip is once you replace any suspension parts, get a wheel alignment from your local tyre or suspension specialist. All of these parts are available on onlineautoparts.com.au.